Russo here, and this is Hollywood Deathland. Welcome, and tonight on Hollywood Deathland, we're going to focus on the infamous Charles Manson murders of 1969. We have with us tonight an author, John Gibbons, who wrote the book Cease to Exist. John, nice to have you here.
Hi, how you doing?
All right, now, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about the book?
Okay, well, the book is called Cease to Exist. It's actually one of those real person fiction type books. It's about a guy who hires a hitman to go back to 1969 to kill Charles Manson to prevent the helter-skelter murders from taking place.
So you're saying it's a science fiction book, then?
Well, it's actually more, I would say, of a suspenseful thriller to it. The time travel in the book is only just to get them to 1969 and back, so it's not a matter of them going back in time between time travel or anything like that. When they go to 1969, whatever changes they make, they stay that way.
Oh, well, it sounds like an intriguing concept. What would you say inspired the book?
I actually got the idea back in 2009. The idea was to basically do a thing where somebody goes back in time to prevent some sort of crime from taking place. I chose to use Charles Manson because he's the criminal that I would say I know the most about, and he's also, if you want to look at it this way, he's probably the most famous one too, and he's the one that most people know about.
All right, well, strangely enough, John is not our only guest tonight. We also have live via satellite Charles Manson. Now, John, will this be your first time talking with Manson?
I've never actually spoken to him, but I did send him this copy of the rough draft here, and I'm hoping he read it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at least if he did, he can give us his opinion.
My producer's telling me that we have Manson on the phone now. Charles, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here for you, or whatever you wish.
Charlie, this is John Gibbons. I'm the author of the book, and I sent you this rough draft of it, and I really want to know if you read it and what you thought of it.
Well, it's a little distorted.
Okay, and that's a little vague. What do you think about the entertainment value of the book, Charles?
If I liked this book, there'd be a lot of people that probably wouldn't buy it. But if I don't like it, everyone that doesn't like me will probably buy it.
Okay, well, I was actually hoping people would buy it whether they liked you or not. And I was also kind of hoping that you would send it back autographed to me.
Someone else told me not to sign anything because my name was worth a lot of money and they didn't want me using it as another economy.
Okay, well, one more question is, what do you think of the idea of somebody going back in time to try to kill you?
Every one of you out there has tried to kill me for years, and I'm still here. Ha, ha, ha. Now what?
All right, Charles, you've been in jail an awful long time, and you've had plenty of time to reflect. What have you really been doing with your time?
Thanks. I've got a website that I'm working on, and I have a lot of other ecology trips that I'm trying to put into play. I've been given a lot of influence, so I'm trying to use it in a positive perspective. I've got some helpers. And I do go to Alcoholics Anonymous because the AA has always been a sincere friend. And it's always helped the winos, and I kind of get along with the winos. So I'm doing what I can. I'm learning to start all over. And I keep starting all over, but I got these little-minded people who keep dragging the past and keep throwing their judgments over on me as if the Fitzgeralds don't belong to the plan also.
All right, well, how about we actually talk about the crimes themselves, since that's what my audience wants to hear about. Let's talk about the night you sent Tex Watson to Terry Melcher's house to kill.
I didn't have nothing to do with killing those people. I've told you that all the way down the line. I wasn't around anyone when they were killed. I'm not saying I'm not capable of doing it myself. But I'm just saying this, I did not do that.
That's a cop-out and you know it! You sent Tex there to kill everyone!
I never told anybody to do anything other than what they wanted to do.
What? And you expect me to believe that with your influence? As a matter of fact, you sent the girls there and told them to do whatever Tex told them to.
Yeah, I told them to go do what Tex said. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the woman also said you used them as bait to bring other men into the family.
Isn't that what women do? Isn't that what women's for? Women receive men and reflect men. Man hold dominion up over woman. It's been that way since we grunted and we came out of caves.
You also told them you were Jesus Christ. How do you expect them to believe that?
Just being myself. All men are Jesus Christ.
Well, if you didn't tell them what to do, then where did you think they were even going that night?
They were going out to fight the war.
And you didn't ask them what they were doing because?
That's the line I was walking.
All right, fine. So, How about when they got back, you asked why they were back so soon? And then they complained that the girls said that they didn't know the victims were going to be so young? Okay, did they actually say that?
She might have said that, and I might have been so stoned I don't remember.
And then you asked them if they had any remorse.
Yeah, I did say that to him. I said, "Do you have any remorse for your actions?" When you go to war against an enemy, you go to war for God and country, and you give your life to that cause.
Okay, I'm not sure what any of that means. Let's just move on to the next night, all right? Now, the next night you went with them because you told Tex the reason it was messy the night before was because he told the victims they were going to die. And you went to be sure that he didn't tell them they were going to die.
Yeah, I remember something like that, but I don't remember exactly the right words. If you're going to go to war and you're fighting your enemy and you kill him when he's afraid, you know, it's a bad omen, it's bad.
So you went in the house with Tex, you tied up the LaBiancas, then you went outside, sent the girls in, and you took off.
I told the other dudes, "I'll see you later, man. You know, like I'll catch it on the run, man. I'm gone, man." And I split, man.
You left because you knew that Tex and the girls were going to kill them.
No, that ain't why I left. I don't know what I was thinking. I left because I left.
You expect me to believe that you didn't know they were going to be killed?
I didn't know. I did not know.
Well, you know what? We're out of time, okay? This way you don't have to give any more of your slippery answers. John,
What I'd like for you to do in your own minds personally, everybody that has a personal mind of their own, could possibly consider that the longer that you let this conviction stand and this little helter-skelter scheme of the district attorney to get his particular reality over into the play, that's going to be the reality that they're perpetuating. That's not the reality that I'm perpetuating. I'm not saying that I wasn't involved. I'm saying that I did not break man's law, nor did I break God's law. Consider that in the judgments that you have for yourselves.
Oh, he's done.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
He has a
Well-
habit of doing that. That's the way his mind works.
Oh, great. Well, I'd like to thank John Gibbons, author of Cease to Exist, for being on the show. John, can you tell the audience when this book might be ready?
Okay, well, what we have here is we have a work in progress on it. This is the official rough draft, and I'm currently doing rewrites on it, so we'll get it out as soon as possible.
Well, thank you, John. And what I do not want to do is thank Charles Manson for being on the show, because he didn't answer any of the questions we had for him anyway. Join us next time on Deathland, when our guests will be those crazy teenagers who blew up Manchester High School.